Hey team, it's Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing great. Got a great video of the review for the Prince Rupprecht, which is a Tier 9 German secondary battleship. As you can see, build is on the screen for secondaries. The steering and turning are great, so I didn't have to worry about building in for that. But the biggest one is the extra heels that I built for this, and as well concealment. Hey guys, we're on our way to 300 subscribers. Hit the like, subscribe, bell button to support the channel, and I appreciate all the help and the comments and everything. We appreciate everything, and also bringing the community together as a great community for playing World of Warships. So looking at the Prince Rupprecht, one of my favorite ships. It's actually one right before the Schlieffen, which is a Tier 10 version of this, but this will do. I like the Tier 9. It has pretty much the similar secondaries. As you can see, they're popping off right now. The range is about 12. The Schlieffen, which is Tier 10, I think goes out to 12.5, so this is really good. It's close enough. As well, it comes 2 sets of torpedoes, which you're going to watch me fire right here at the good old Grosavoy, which he's being spotted by my Hydro, which has a 5-kilometer range, which is pretty awesome. Or I'm sorry, 6-kilometer range. And it's really awesome. I love it. I love using the Hydro to scare DDs out of their hiding spots and putting the secondaries to bear on them. So, look at the turning capabilities right now. The turning on this ship is great. I don't even have to build for rudder shift or anything. I think it handles just fine, so that's why I did more of a, reduced fire and flooding mod. But watch this right here, guys. Right, boom, whammy go blammy. Grosavoy taken down. First kill, first blood, devastating strike of the game, and this is why this ship is so much fun. It allows you to go in, brawl, become like a small destroyer, or a big destroyer if you want to call it that, and get in, get out real quick, take some damage, pop off some secondaries, spot with Hydro, and then pull back out to go back in. So I love it. I think this is a really great tactic, especially using cover for your advantage, because honestly, no warship in this game can survive an onslaught of 3 or 4 ships shooting at it, so why would you think this would be any different, right? So the best thing that the German line battleships really do is really sneak in using cover, using smoke, using islands, anything you can to get in within secondary range, which with 12 kilometers secondary range really helps out a lot to get out there and touch somebody. So the ability of this ship is awesome. Look at the turning again. Look, just the ability to do 360s, turn back around, get back in the fight, and support your battleships, your cruisers, and work with your destroyer. It really makes the game not only fun, but just tactfully smart. So you notice we have a Stalingrad on the right here, Republic. I mean, this is the greatest combination right here. A radar cruiser with a strong Republic guns, and then you have a secondary ship following it up with a Omnivoy over there spotting for us in front. So a really great combination of not only teamwork here, but of complementation of what kind of battle groups are we using to take over a flank. So a couple things about the Rupprecht. The guns, there's only 8 of them. Just watch them fire off right there. I believe these are 380 millimeter. I don't know. I really don't care about the millimeter, honestly. As long as you shoot and it hits and it makes explosions, I'm happy. But you notice the easiest thing you can notice is there's only 8. So 8 guns compared to like 12 obviously is not as great, but it does some damage. It does, enough if you aim correctly. So this is really about aiming as opposed to just firing 12 shots at something and hopefully you hit something, where this requires a little bit more precision, if you will. But the coolest thing I like about this is kind of like the Colombo, the back gun, the back turret, number 4 there, it's 360. So it can turn at 360 degrees. So this really supports brawling and pushing in, because it allows you to angle in and not have to worry about where the guns are going to be facing left or right. The only one that doesn't is the turret number 3 behind the smokestack there. That one obviously still has to do the full turnaround in order to get your guns on to bear. So looking at the game right now, we're about 13 minutes and 27 seconds left in the game. We've taken over Alpha and Charlie. Bravo's lost. But it looks like a majority of our team will be pushing the flanks, especially on the sea side. We're pushing the GK and the North Carolina out of here. And on the Alpha side, they are also being pushed out, and they're contesting it pretty well. The Bravo cap eventually will fall because there's just not many ships in there to contend with. So what are the other things I like about the Rupprecht? Well, not only does it have really great concealment. Look at the concealment on it, 12.2 if you build for it. It gets down to that level. So that means as soon as you're spotted, you only need to go another 0.2 kilometers to get into secondary range, which if you build for secondaries, which I did, not only for protection of the secondaries, but also the rate of fire and also the distance, or range that is, you can get these secondaries popping off really fast. And look at these angles. I mean, the angles are incredible in a minute here. You're going to see how the angles really favor for it to knife edge in and shoot on left and right. And it's really, really awesome. And I like this a lot for not only brawling, pushing, but also contesting caps. And the hydro comes into play as well. A couple other things about the ship. It has the quick heal damage con, if you want to call it, or quick cooldown damage con like the Soviets have. I like that a lot, especially for brawling, because the cooldown time is at approximately 30 seconds, so it's really, really good for that. And that's why I built in for Superintendent, if you will, where it gives you that extra heal and extra damage con, because you're going to need them when you push in. I don't save them at all. I use them as fast as I can because the game only lasts so long. I hate it when the game ends or I die with 3 or 4 damage cons and heals left over. It's really, really not using your resources to bear. Watching the secondaries popping off right now, you notice the range right there. It is going out there and touching the lead fantastique out to 12 kilometers. And we got the hydro pop just in case he launches torpedoes. Look, these angles are amazing. It allows me just to have to quickly pop to the 30 degrees to the right if I see torpedoes, or if I have to turn back around, I can. And it gives you great flexibility and options when it comes to maneuvering and counter play against not only destroyers, battleships, but also cruisers and torpedoes. And eventually in the future, submarines. A couple other things. The heal's like a standard heal. It's not really that great or anything. It's just knowing when to use them. I usually wait till at least 2 fires to pop the damage con, and then the heal to follow up to heal as much as I can get back. Keep AP loaded, and now look at this. Here are the angles, shooting both on the left and right. Those are some phenomenal angles because the secondaries on the front of the ship are kind of built into the hull, and it's kind of the old style, like the tier 4 through 6 kind of style secondaries where they're built into the ship rather than gun turrets on top. So something like that's really, really awesome. Left fantastic. I've probably launched torpedoes right now. We're just going to aim the guns right in front, and just look at this. This is all relying on aiming right here. And boom! We took some health off of him, and now we're going to turn full broadside to the fantastique and get all the guns to bear on him. Launched another 2 sets of torpedoes. Another thing I love about this ship, 2 sets of torpedoes. I mean, you're talking about 16 torpedoes on total if you launch them from both sides, which is really good and have incredible angles as well. I also build in the commander build you'll see as to prevent, boom, whammy kablami, there's the first one of close quarter for destroyer kills down, and that's 2 kills total over the game. And what I was saying is the angles for torpedoes are also great because as you're knifing into somebody or into a group of guys, you can really use both sets of torpedoes on both sides rather than having to show full broadside. And a great, great Citadel shot right there on the North Carolina. Again, these guns, I only shot 4 shots right there in the front 2 turrets. It's all about the aiming. So really, you're relying on more trying to hopefully RNG and accuracy get you the kill of the day. Luchins pops off with its secondary reload reducer, and now we're gonna go full secondary gunfire right there. Look at that, all that gunfire. I love it. This is why World of Warships is so fun. Boom, whammy kablammy. 3rd kill of the game. North Carolina goes down to our little guns up front, and now we're just going to go to town on the GK right here, more or less just farming. They pretty much just have to lose 1 more ship, and the game is over. So that's my review of the Prince Rupprecht. I think it's a great secondary ship, great brawler, great push-in cap if you know how to do it wisely and patiently. It cannot take damage. It's very, very, I would call, what's it called, squishy. I mean, I've tried to angle a lot of these shots from these ships and everything, and man, they penetrate almost everything this thing has to offer. I can only angle so much, so that's the one downside. I think it's not as tanky as like a GK or something like a Kremlin or anything bigger, but it's tier 9. What do you expect? It does its job. So, hey guys, hope you liked the video. Comment about what you like about it, what you don't like about it, and help us get our way to 300 subscribers. Like, subscribe, hit the bell button. Appreciate all the support. And again, until next time, guys, hope you're doing well. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.